We came back.
Number two.
Number 2. I'm Denise, aka Nisi.
I'm Kathy, aka Krabby Stitching.
Woohoo!
I now know who I am.
And we are Because We Stitch. Good job. First off, we want to start off and just thank everybody.
Absolutely.
Like, we are just absolutely blown away with the amount of people that have commented, have liked, have subscribed. Like, just thank you guys so much. I mean,
what an encouragement. I have never had people be so positive and just reassuring. So thank you. We really, really appreciate it. And it's also encouraged us to keep on going.
Yeah.
So here you go.
Yeah,
This is what you get.
This is what you get. You're stuck with us now.
That's right. That's right.
And we've had just so much fun just reading all the comments and people talking about Maryland and having that connection and all our Ada stitches out there and everything. So it's just been really great. It's been...
You know what I noticed? One of the ladies that responded has the same name as one of our cousins. And I sent her back and I said, is this a related person? And I didn't get a response back. So, cousin, if it's you, you know who you are and you need to let us know it's you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who?
Donna Hill.
Ah.
By the way, the Nettie eyeball.
Uh-huh. That's the one who did it. That's right.
That's right.
So what you been up to? Any life updates?
Yeah, some really nice things going on. One of the things we didn't talk about last time, we said we had a large family, but I happen to have 4 children plus 4 in-law children, all wonderful, wonderful individuals, and I have 6 grandchildren. And I showed 2 of my grandchildren's wishes that I was working on, but since then I've talked to the other ones and I've got some ideas for them. But what I found out yesterday is my daughter Katie said, you know what your grandson's doing, don't you? And I said, well, which one? And she said, David. David is 13. And David has his own YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And he's decided that he has to beat us as far as subscribers go.
Oh.
Now, I didn't even know he had a channel, much less what's on it. So you guys have to help us because we can't let him beat us.
No way.
Yeah, that's right. We would never live it down. So I thought it was really funny. They were on a trip to New Zealand for like 12 days. And my daughter said, you've got to post a new Flosstube. The boys have been watching your Flosstube every day. And I thought, how sweet is that? They miss their grandma. And I miss them terribly. But they're back home now. And now we got to beat David.
That's right. It's on, David. We're coming after you.
That's right. That's right. You might be cute, but.
So everybody, like and subscribe. Don't forget.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So we had some really interesting comments on some of the stuff we talked about. And of course, we're not going to be able to catch up on everything, but we're going to try over time to respond to a lot of the questions. And you got some questions about the glove box, correct?
I did, yeah. So someone was asking about the manufacturer on the glove box. So I did pull it out and look at it, and there's no information on it. Literally, there's nothing. All it says is the gloves that's inscribed on there, but there was no information. So unfortunately, I don't have any additional information on that.
No, we're sorry about that, but great question.
Yeah.
Another one was mentioning, if Denise can just a little bit, I have teapots and teacups in the cabinet behind me, and somebody had mentioned those, and there is a whole backstory to those, and I'm going to share that at a later date. But teapots and tea parties and stuff are highly important to me, and we'll go through that at some point. Yeah. So thank you for asking. Thanks for looking. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
I have a life update.
Oh my goodness.
The shoulder surgery, I'm 10 days in now, so very thankful to have that first part behind me. 5 weeks in the sling, so 1 week down. And Kathy, my bestie Julie, took me to the appointment, and her and Kathy swapped, and then Kathy brought me home. So thank you so much for being my driver home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You look fantastic after the surgery. She was so happy. I'm like, can I have some of those drugs? That's what I told the anesthesiologist. But for those of you who know or don't know, Denise's husband has had some serious medical conditions and some things that he's gone through in the last year, which limits, now that he's back to work, his time off.
Yeah.
So Julie and I were both very happy, and willing and no questions asked to make sure we got Denise there and back home and settled in. So we're so glad she's doing good, and every day she's just gotten better and better. And today when I talk to her, she sounds like her old self, and I'm just thrilled. So that's pretty amazing in one weekend.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I weaned myself off of the prescription drugs, just doing Tylenol. Actually, I only took Tylenol one time yesterday, so the pain level is definitely down. So I'm very happy with that. And wait till you guys see the haul section, because I figured out a way to stitch. Lindy stitches, amazing, just so happy. But I'll share that in the haul section. But pain-wise,
she has been buying some haul.
Yeah.
That is one thing that's happened while she's been a little put up.
Yeah.
All to everyone's benefit.
That's right. Especially yours, right?
She's such a good sharer.
Yes, I am.
So this past week or so, I have done a lot of Flosstube watching. Just getting ideas and watching other people's hints. And you guys are just amazing. The work that you do, the things that you're willing to share, your little, I don't know, your specialties and stuff. I'm just amazed by this whole community, and I have yet to pick up a Flosstube and watch it that I'm just not thrilled with the projects and the people and just the camaraderie that there is within this group. So
yeah, definitely. And we wanted to thank, a couple people for mentioning us on their Flosstubes. B&E Stitchery, thank you very much. Missy and Kathy, Two Needles Pulling Thread, and Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher.
Absolutely.
And Chris, the Camping Stitchers, thank you so very much. I wanted to share, Chris has a new design out that she put out yesterday. If you can show them that one. You can download this as a PDF in her store on her Etsy site, the Camping Stitcher. I thought that was really cute.
Oh, it is. It's super adorable.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
The flower is so pretty.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job.
Yeah. So
good job. Can't wait to do that one, because I know I will be.
So those are people that mentioned us. So just wanted to thank you guys for that. And I picked up a couple new stitchers, a new floss tuber. I'm sorry, Stitch It Pink.
Oh,
she's a new floss tuber. She's got a couple floss tubes out so far, so I really enjoyed her. And stitching past my bedtime, I've never watched her, so I watched a couple of her episodes. They were kind of fun.
Nice.
Yeah. And Emily Shady Grove Stitcher. I had never heard of her either, and I watched a couple of her episodes. So
yeah. You have to forward those on to me, because I'm still having a little trouble navigating my way through some of the floss stitch and finding certain things. So,
yeah. Kathy's not much of a social media person. She's never had a Facebook. She's I created an Instagram for her, and she's like, you got to teach me how to use this thing, because I don't know how to use it. So
that's very true.
Yeah, we're teaching.
I will say the reason that I never had a Facebook is I was a director for a larger corporation and had so many people I worked with, and I just thought I would be overwhelmed if I started a Facebook, because there were so many people that I worked with, and I just thought I couldn't keep up with it, and the daily grind of work.
Right.
So that's why it's nothing. Not that I don't think it's great. I think it's wonderful for those who can do it and can keep up with it. So please, if you're on it, keep going.
Right.
Keep going.
Cool. So what do we want to jump to now? You want to jump to whips?
Oh boy, we're going to get whipped again.
Yeah, we're whipped again.
Yes. This is a lot of you enjoyed my Freudian slip, I guess, with the whipped. So we're going to keep it just because it feels like us now.
Yeah, it's become our mantra.
Yeah, our identity,
yeah,
so to speak. But I have to, as we're getting started, I have to talk about, well, let's just say, Erin Elizabeth, your stitching patterns, your art is phenomenal. It speaks to me in so many ways. I'll find things I like and I'll look, and inevitably you'll be the person who did them. So Erin, thank you so much for what you do and for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
And this past week, I told you guys in the last cross stitch, I was waiting for a pig pattern to come so that I could do it for my granddaughter. And so in the meantime, Nisi shared with me a really cute Aran
pattern.
Yeah. And so we started doing it together.
Yeah. We started our first sal.
I've never done that before.
Yeah. She's like, what's a sal? So it's either stitch along or start along, whatever you guys want to do, you know. But we're doing Aran's summer pattern because we had that one. So if you want to go ahead, we can share the picture of
this
what
is how far I have gotten with it. I absolutely adore it. I love the octopus. I think he needs a name, which we will definitely come up with.
Yeah.
And we thank you guys for watching this, and I thank you for, we had someone suggest to us to put a crab in the corner here, and so that's what's going to get added, and when I finish, I will be happy to share it.
And when are you stitching it on?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you write it down?
I did. It's 16 count Ada, as is my, but it's called Sand, and there's variegation all through it. The one that she has in her model is done on a little bit darker pattern, or I'm sorry, fabric. And I think it looks great on either one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But I like it on the sand color. I have mine. Are you showing yours? Mine's still in the hoop because I cannot take things in and out of hoops.
Well, here, I'll be happy to.
So,
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
You know what's interesting? I have to say this as I'm showing Denise's. I watched a little YouTube on why people do it this way or why they do it this way. And they both make complete sense, and obviously whichever one you do is great. But this idea and being able to slide your needle without running into the back of your, gosh, I can't think of my words today. Hoop. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was trying to figure it out too.
It really makes sense. So that was a great tidbit that I learned this week. So
I like it also because to me it gives me something to grip. Like when I'm holding it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like I can, you know, my thumb can like sit in there. So I like that so that I can hold it while I'm stitching.
But Erin Elizabeth, as you can see, this is summer. I'm going to hold it up again. It's summer. But she did us a great turn. And at Market, right?
Yeah.
She shared a new spring.
Look at the bunnies.
They are, it is the
those
cutest thing.
bunnies.
And what's so great about it is that now we can really get it, which we already have.
Yep.
And we can get it done before spring is over here. So
Yes.
we seem like we're a season ahead, but actually Erin is up on us and she's got us going. And she also has a fall and winter.
She does. Yep.
Which
So we'll be getting those.
Yes, we'll be getting those, and those will be a lot of fun. I'm thinking these, the way that they have them done is all in small pillows. So that's another thing I'm learning is how to sew so that I can make the small pillows and stuff. So really nice. Erin, thank you so much again for sharing your talent with us. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Her aesthetic. She was telling me about how much she likes, Erin, she likes your aesthetic and your designs. Very, very nice.
It is. It's really nice.
What else are you working on?
Well, I have something I'm trying to do for Easter, and you'll bear with me. I'm going to show you a couple little things. So I started this, and as you can see, it's the letter A. With this particular one has a little ladybug on it. My grandchildren for Easter, I'm making a egg-shaped small pillow with some a twine holder, or would you call it a holder?
Yeah.
Okay. And for Easter Sunday, so that when they come, that's something they could take home. I'm putting the piece of twine on it so they could hang it on their dresser drawer knob, closet knob, or something.
Nice.
So what I try to do is everybody's initial and something that reminds me of them. Abby's my oldest granddaughter, and she had ladybugs in her bedroom when she was a baby, and she just reminds me of Ladybug. And here's Rotten David. He doesn't have an animal yet. I'm working on his. And let's see, we have Jacob. He has, I've got him with a snail. He was a snail collector. Everywhere he went, he collects snails, and I had to watch the snails before and things of that nature. Let's see. And then we have Matthew. I haven't put an animal with his yet. he likes all kinds of animals. So I've got to think of something spring that fits him. And Drew, he's got a little turtle. He's my sloth
Cute.
lover, the one I did the sloth pattern for. And then Ava, she's the youngest, and I'm doing her with the little butterfly because she flies around and just brings joy everywhere she goes.
Aww.
And then I have some more that I haven't quite finished. My nephew's children will be there as well, and Elizabeth goes by Izzy, so I made her one with a little tiny chick.
Cute.
Yeah, and I've got Noah and Evelina still to do. So
Very nice.
I've got to learn to get the sewing part down so I can make
Yeah.
those into the pillows. But they were actually a lot of fun because I was looking for little animals that match them or springtime things that match
Yeah.
them. So I just thought it would be a fun thing to take home and the kids could have.
What
it
a
in
great
the room.
idea.
Yeah.
That is such a great idea.
Just
That's
a lot
awesome.
of fun. So what else do you have
So,
on your whipping board?
I did have another new start, and this is I'm sorry I don't have the picture, but it's the Blue Jays, the seasonal courier, and it's the spring one or the summer one. Stephanie, New Kid, New England Stitcher, and Emma, New Kid Needleminder. They both started this and for the on the spring equinox. So anyways, so I joined in with them. It actually goes sideways. It actually goes like this.
Oh, it does. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
My apologies.
So I changed the one color up here because it was a little, I went with a lighter, this is a Picture This plus Silver Mist. It's a 16 count. So I went with a bluish color, so the light blue wasn't showing up very well. So I just switched it up for the medium blue. But that's as far as I got.
Well, I think
At least
it's
I
a
got a
good
little
start.
Yeah.
And you're doing this. Wait a minute. Stop. Hold on. How are you doing this with your arm?
We'll show that in the haul section.
Okay, I'm waiting to see.
Yes.
I don't know how she's getting this stuff done,
But yeah, I started both of those this week.
very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Surgery and able to start.
Yeah.
Very good.
What else do you have?
I have,
Some other whips?
yeah, this is
It
one.
looks so pretty. I haven't seen it.
Well,
I know you're
I'm going
not.
to show this one. It's a basket of cherries from Blackbird Designs. And this is how far I've gotten.
So pretty.
What I want to say is this is absolutely nothing in a reflection of the pattern or anything, but I was doing this and I just got where I wasn't feeling it.
It happens.
So I put it down and Denise said, just give it a little time. So I did, and I went back. So I think it's something I'm going to go back and forth to. The colors are beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything is beautiful about it. I don't know. I guess I just needed something bright and super cheery, and that's why I went to Erin Elizabeth's Summer.
That definitely happens, dude. And that's why when we first started, you're like, I'm going to do one project, monogamous stitcher. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, sure
Yeah,
you will.
sure. Yeah, let's see how that works out. No, but it just happens. We get to working on something and then you get not necessarily bored with it, but like you said, like the bright colors. Like I was in the same way. Like I just finished, I'll show you my one finish. I was ready for something very bright. So the summer pattern was perfect. And the Blue Jay summer, or the Blue Jay, the summer bird one. It definitely happens. That's
does.
why you build up your whip stash.
Yes. Would you
And
like
keep
me to
whipping.
hold this?
That is my finish. We're done with whips. Yeah, so this is my finish, guys. I did it. I'm so excited. That is Kathy Barrick's Good Intentions that we started at Library Stitchers.
That's right.
Last year. So
Yeah.
my goal was to finish this before the retreat in April.
Right. And you were working on this
Yep.
up into your surgery.
Yep. I had everything done and I got it all outlined so that way I could just fill it in. So I finished this last
Beautiful.
weekend. I'm so happy with it. Changed the colors on it. There's some dinky dyes. I ended up doing the bird in color and cotton. No, I did the words in color and cotton. No, back up. I did the words in the Bestitch Me silk. That was a sample. And then I did deep fennel for the bird. So
It's really
But yeah,
pretty.
I
In
love
person,
it.
The bird just, I'm going to hold it as close as I can. It just pops.
I just love it. So excited.
You did a fantastic
Thank
job.
you.
And I know if I push you to show your completion first or too fast, I'm sorry.
No,
But I get excited.
You're fine. I'm ready
do.
for what else you got over there? Do you have any? You got
Yeah.
your whips done, so you have a finish.
Oh, I sure do have a finish. Oh
You
my
do.
goodness, how could I forget?
Here,
I
you wanna
showed
put
you
that stuff
guys
over
last
here?
time.
Oh, there you go.
I was almost done. And this is a huge board I'm using, but I got the sloths finished, which is
Go a little bit
down over more.
this way,
Okay.
yeah, towards me.
It is called the Tired Trio, and this is for my grandson Drew. And I just have to put it into the actual finishes. There, you can see it now. I'm sorry.
Sorry guys, we're learning. We got something so we could see what we look like now, so we can actually see. But yeah, this board is big. But so you ended up changing the colors on that though.
Right, as I told before, these are all blues that Drew
Kathy, that
preferred.
looks so good.
I love it, love it. So now I just have to figure out. I had some ideas for mounting it or finishing it out, but I haven't quite been happy with everything. So this is the border I'm looking to keep on it. It's like 5 centimeters, and
I love it.
yeah, I just think it's gorgeous, and I know he loves it. I already showed it to him via FaceTime, and I know he loves it, and I just need to wrap it up, and
That's awesome.
then
So
I'll
pretty.
get started on his sister's version.
That's in the haul section, right?
That's in the haul section. I'll show you what I'm doing for her.
Awesome, awesome.
Great.
Cool.
So do you have any more whips?
I have no more whips.
Do you have any more finish?
I have no more finishes.
Uh-oh.
I have no FFOs.
Uh-oh.
Are we all done? Are we all done
we
with
to
the
the
stitching?
haul?
We're the haul it up.
Boy, does that age us. My
Where's the
grandkids are
roof?
probably rolling their eyes right now. Oh my heavens.
That is one thing we never did do was, but we did have quite a fun dancing at weddings and things. We did have some good times. That's
Thank
for
God
sure.
back then there weren't cameras that people were taking
Right.
pictures all non-stops with their phone. Oh my
Exactly.
goodness gracious. So
Oh
do you
my.
want to start with your hauls? Because she has been a shopping.
Well, I couldn't stitch for a few days, and I was just feeling good, just sitting on the couch, not doing nothing. So what happens? Catch up on my market. Oh, which I want to say market, which did not make it in, which is totally fine. Reese from the Crafty Gromolk, and I'm waiting for her package to come in. That has all of the market. So my friend Brandy, Berry Quilts, who part of B&E Stitchery, she went up to Crafty Gromolk last weekend to help Reese out in the shop and do her orders in Nashville. She got back from market and everything, and Reese had some family things going on, so Brandy jumped in to help her out along with a couple of the other ladies. Just love this community. Again, this community is just so amazing. And Reese, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. So sorry for your loss. I know that's hard. But Brandy took me shopping on FaceTime.
Brandy,
so
you cannot contribute to the delinquency of a Nene.
Oh my goodness. So that'll be on the next floss too. But
goodness.
in the meantime,
that one might take a little longer.
yeah. In the meantime, I got some Adam Hart cross stitch thread drops. I love their thread drops. They're my favorite. So they have sometimes where they'll have misfits, misprints on or whatever, and these were in their misfit section. So they were I think they're 50% off. So I got those, and those are really cool. I love the color on them. I can't remember what it was called.
It's got so many chips of different shades.
Right?
I mean, there's turquoise and orange and white and black.
Terrazzo Midnight. So
That's-
they're
that's-
less than perfects. That's what they call them. They're less than perfects, meaning that they came in and they may have, the shadowing may have, but they put them in there less than perfect. To me, I think they're perfect. I don't see anything wrong with them.
I love it.
But I just love, those are my
They're
favorite
gorgeous.
floss drops. I just love those. So
I use that word a lot, gorgeous, but
Yeah.
seeing everybody's artistic abilities just
Yeah.
amazes me. Everybody uses them in different ways, but that is so pretty.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it makes it a lot of fun when you're stitching,
So there you go.
So
That's a
we'll
bag
put
for
this-
you.
Whoa, I'm
I
in the
share.
hall. She shares. Look at all these. Woo! Good for me. Thank you. You're so sweet. Mwah.
So Lindy Stitches, I just have to give the biggest shout out to Lindy Stitches and Emma that works there, because I'm like, how am I gonna do this? I tried my Lowry stand and it just wasn't working, my floor Lowry stand. And I saw something pop up that Lindy shared on Instagram about not only at the Nashville market, and it was Lowry stand items. So I jumped on her site to see what she had. I've never seen this before. This is called the Little Lowry. Look at this thing, you guys. It is perfect. It's heavy.
Which it needs to be,
Yes.
because it has to be stable.
Exactly. But what you get is you use the same base and you use the same clamp. But what they send you is this shorter bar here and this bar here that goes in here. So it's just like, it's perfect. So I can put this down in between my legs, sit on the couch, have the seat up, and then I just put it in my legs, and then I just put my legs over it. And then I'm able to put the piece in here and stitch.
Very cool. So this is how she's been stitching.
Yes.
Even, I mean, not even 1 week out of surgery and you're already back to stitching.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you're using your left
My
hand.
left hand. So I'm just one hand stitching, you know, just going up and over. So
Again, this is also an
Yeah.
artistic ability
Yep.
to figure out what somebody needs to be able to continue to do what they love. So thank you. Shout out to you guys.
Yes.
This is wonderful. Thank you for sharing it and making sure Nisi got to see it.
And Emma, I just want to say thank you, Emma at Lindy Stitches, because Lindy put me in contact with her. Stephanie, I'm sorry, put me in contact with her. She, I was like, oh my God, can I have it overnight, please? I'll pay the shipping. I don't care whatever it is. Can you please overnight it to me? Because it was Thursday. I was thinking Friday. I was even going to pay for Saturday delivery because I didn't want to wait till Monday. But it was only Thursday, which was fine. So they overnighted it to me. So thank you again, Emma, for all the back and forth and going through it. I really appreciate it.
If you didn't, she'd still be shopping.
The haul would be even bigger. So of course it can't travel alone. So I saw this adorable, sorry, we're trying to figure out which way, hedgehog pattern. Of course I had to get that for Kathy, because remember her cookie. Yeah.
That is going to be so cute.
Oh, you're showing the pattern.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I didn't realize it was right on the back like
You're
that.
fine.
That's going to be so much
Isn't
fun
that so
to do.
cute?
Yes. And look,
So
it's
you can
even
change
got a little flower in her hair. It's so
Aw.
precious.
So,
Thank you.
You're so
That's so
welcome.
kind of you, always.
And then it looks, Lindy Stitches and Blue Flower did a combination, and they are saltwater scrapbooks 1 and 2.
Okay.
So I got those 2 patterns.
Let's see if I can get them where you can see them
You want to
both.
hold them a little closer?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can see them.
Yeah. So I
Those
got
are
those
really
2.
great.
So I thought between the 2 of us, we could do we would each be picking out of those, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, there's what are the birds from the seagulls?
Oh.
And you know how there was that one movie from Disney and the birds kept going, mine, mine,
Yes.
mine. And that just reminds me of that.
Oh, there it
This
is.
guy,
Yeah.
he's so cute. Mine, mine, mine. So yeah, these are going to be fun. Oh, there's even a hammerhead shark in here. This is awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, great deal. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. And then I had another pattern by Stephanie, by Lindy Stitches. This one's called Beautiful Things. And the saying on it, I saw it and I was just like, that just kind of reminds me of what I am going through right now. You know, just being stitched up and, you know, beautiful things. I can't remember exactly what the saying says on it.
It says, oh my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too.
So
Wow, that is so true.
I just saw it, so I got the floss. Emma went get the floss for me too and kitted that up for me, so that one's all ready to go.
Wow, those are some really
Aren't those
pretty
pretty
colors too. Very
Yeah.
good spring into summer colors.
Yeah.
I love those. And they're classic color works.
Yeah, they're all classic color works.
Really nice colors.
So I got all.
It's all fixed.
It's all fixed. I knocked over my Chick-fil-A key. Darn it.
That's okay.
I
Last
know.
night my husband dropped a Welch's, one of the little grape juices, knocked it all over, and it's
Oh,
still sticky when you walk by.
Oh, yeah.
I've done everything I can think of,
Oh
but
gosh.
we'll get there.
Yep. All right. Back to it. Back to the haul section. The joy. So this is from 123 Stitch. So
Oh, it's a Plum Street
Yes.
sampler. Boy, we've got a lot of those.
yes.
This one's called Spring Delivery.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Go this way a little bit more.
I
There
hate
you
to
go.
cover your face.
No, you need to cover my face because then it blurs it out. So, I got that one. I just love the colors in that one. And then I got 3 other blackbirds from their feather series, their loose feather
Oh.
series. And so if you want to hold up.
Goodness, let's see. Can we get all three?
Yeah. There you go. So I didn't realize how much I really like bluebirds, I guess.
Well, I think there's a little story that goes with this.
You guys, we didn't share this. That's right.
Yes. I know last time we spoke about Denise's mom and the nice Lord's Prayer that she did because of her mom, and her mom continues to sit right over our shoulders back here. But we went outside, and one of the things that we haven't shared with you is I also lost my sister unexpectedly just a few months before Denise's mom passed. So we both have had, big losses in our life here recently. But we went outside. I was helping Denise put everything in the car, and this bird flew by.
Like, shoo!
Yeah, like
really close to us.
And I said, "Oh, it's a bluebird." And Denise is like, "Oh, bluebirds remind me of my mom. I realized that I've been, stitching them and everything." And then all of a sudden, a second bluebird was there.
Yep.
So we felt like both of them were giving us the A-OK on what we did and how we represented our family and everything yesterday, or last time.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
So that was pretty
That was
special
really
because
special.
bluebirds you don't see a lot. And I mean, they were beautiful. They
Yeah.
were small and beautiful, and they flew away together. They
Yeah.
stayed together. So that was really, really nice.
Yeah.
So had to share that.
Yeah.
It gave both of us a lot of like clouding up tears, but happiness.
Yeah. A lot of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Oh, look at this one coming.
Yeah. And then I got the Blackbird's Loose Feathers book. So I don't know. There was just something, I can't remember exactly what it called to me in this one.
But it's beautiful.
It's just, there's just so many cute patterns. I love that house.
This one on the back is
Yeah.
really cool too.
Thought that would be a nice little pillow.
Oh yeah, these are all so pretty. The
Yeah.
coloring that everybody chooses just amazes me. And what really amazes me is how many colors there are out there.
Right?
How many
gosh.
shades of pink and red.
Yeah.
Before you go to that,
No.
should I
What do you-
show my
Yes.
my new pattern? Oh heavens, I know I have it. I was telling you that my granddaughter wanted a pig pattern. Well, I had one picked out for her, and then niece said, "Hey, have you seen the Plum Street Samplers snout stack?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I hope you could see that. I hope it's not
Snort
reflecting to
stack.
that snort stack." What
Yeah.
did I say?
Snout.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And so I showed it to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Graham, I'd love to have that one." So the only
I love
difference
that.
is I will be changing all the pigs into shades of pink. And I went to our local shop and I found this Weeks dye work in flamingo. I don't know
that'll
if
be
you can really see it or
pretty.
not, but it has pinks and oranges in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm going to do the bottom larger snort, I guess you'll call it, in that. And then the two above it, I will do in shades related to that.
Very nice.
So I think she's going to really, really like it.
Yeah.
So this is the only thing I think that I've added to my wanna do's so far. But now that spring one's coming out,
Yep. We got that one.
Yeah, thank you, Erin Elizabeth.
Yes. We got Aaron's, we got Chris's, and then we have all the other ones that
Oh,
I want to
yes.
do. I want to start that spring delivery by Plum Street. I just
Yes.
love that horse. I don't know. There's just something about that
That
horse.
horse, yeah, it almost looks hobby horses.
Yeah.
You know,
or carousel
it's a
horses.
Carousel, yeah.
Carousel.
So that's pretty cool.
Cool. Well, we have a couple bags to show. We got Jess Como Stitches. She is like my #1 bag designer. I love her, and Jess, we're also thinking about you and Dax and hope he's doing better. But isn't it appropriate? We've got our doggy bags to show. Dax is Jess's dog, and he had some surgery yesterday, and but he's doing better. But we got these, and these are the her Easter bags. And this is the one that Kathy was talking about last time that she said that she had to have because it has
My granddog
her grand dog
right
on
there.
it.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
And I was so happy to see that he or she, her name's Charlie, is very present right on the very
Right?
back. And she's up here, and I love it. The dogs are absolutely precious. And I have two other one golden
Doodles.
doodle and one cavapoo. And so really it looks like all three of them, but it definitely looks like
Nice.
Charlie.
Yeah.
So
Good.
fun. Great work.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like I expected. Her stitching and everything, again, very, very nice. She does a lot of, or puts a lot of effort in here, you could tell.
She does.
So,
Yeah, I love
appreciate
her
it,
bags.
appreciate it.
And then I got her Easter egg.
Oh,
Look
I
how
haven't
cute
seen that.
Isn't that pretty?
Where in the world does she find all these amazing fabrics? I guess that's a trade secret.
Mm-hmm. And she
that's
shares her
cool.
haul. Sometimes she goes to the quilt stores, and so she'll share what she found. She's like, look what's going to be coming soon."
This is really
So,
pretty on the inside.
Yeah, I like that.
That's the other thing I've noticed about her. Her insides are as pretty as the outsides,
Yes.
and that's really cool.
Yeah. And then I got one by
Oh.
my friend Lisa, handcrafted Harvey.
Wait till you see this when I
yes,
turn
look
this
at this.
around.
Look at you
Look at
guys.
that.
Her bags are, not only is the embroidery amazing, I just love the embroidery, but her quilting on the inside of the bag is just, and it's a sturdy bag, and she always has a cute little zipper pull that comes with them. So that's handcrafted by Harvey. She's over on Etsy. Check her out. Love her
Oh my gosh,
bags.
that's a little lighthouse at the
Yeah.
end.
She
So
always does something to coordinate with the bag. So
wow, that
Yeah.
is, this embroidery is really
isn't it
special.
gorgeous? Yeah,
It
all of her
is
bags
so
she does
special.
embroidery on the back.
Oh my goodness.
So
Another
yeah.
person sharing their artistry with
Yep.
us. That's great.
Exactly. So that's, well, you know what? I do have some other haul. Let's share it while we have it.
Surprise.
Surprise!
I could share these too if you want me to put these up. On the
Oh
table.
yeah, you know what? I'll save that for next one. Now let me just share real quick.
Okay.
I kind of went on a Brenda Gervais kick from Hobby House.
Oh.
Because I wanted to share this one. Because I wanted to show you that one because you haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I haven't.
So-
See, I'm terrible. I'm not even showing you guys. I'm so busy looking myself. This is super duper cute.
Yeah, that's her Welcome to Jelly Bean Jubilee. I think that was last year's market release, I think.
Yes.
But is that not adorable?
Yeah, let me
Like,
take this out of the plastic because
Okay.
that's really was reflecting.
Yeah.
There you go. If you haven't ever seen this, this is really, really nice.
I don't know if that helps focusing. I can't tell or not. But that's so cute. I just love all the little
Yes.
pillows. So I got that one, and then I got the Basketful of Spring. So
No,
yeah, if you
I
want to
gotcha.
hold it up, thank
Yeah.
you. This way, towards me. There you
There
go.
you
There you
go.
go. And then I got the Souvenirs of the Heart, the Star Spangled Spectacular. So those are, I got to pick up a couple Brenda patterns. So I'm very
Nice.
excited. Yeah.
You like a lot of the Americana stuff.
I
You
do.
have quite a few patterns and have finished a lot with the
Yeah.
Americana.
I do like that very, very much.
These are all going to be amazing. I can't wait till you get them all done.
Some year.
It'll happen. And then Denise could tell you about these.
So remember I was telling you guys how I went antique shopping when I was up on my little trip in Rhode Island with my friends. And then when I went over with Stephanie and Sarah and I wanted to bring the spools to show you guys. Like, just, they're so cool.
And they're very sturdy. They're
Yeah.
not heavy, but they've got enough weight to them that they're not going to just tip over.
Yeah. And I love that some of them still have,
The thread
Thread
on
on
them.
'em.
That is,
that's just wild.
yeah. These are going to be
So-
amazing. I can't wait to see what you do with those. But
I was even thinking, Kathy, like she's trying to think about the sloth hanging, like if there was something you could do, like if you wanted him hanging around like this. I'll have to show. Helen D does a spool tutorial.
Oh,
so
great.
I'll get on and show you some tutorials that Helen D's done.
I think
She
that will
does
help
great.
you envision what you have in mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still being new, some of the stuff I can't see it till I see it, so to
Right.
speak.
Exactly. Yeah.
So very
yeah.
nice.
So those are some spools I picked up. I'm happy about those.
Yeah. I think I did have something I wanted to share on my hauls as well. These are I want to help me here.
Emma.
No. The what is Emma's
Beanie Stitchery.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, they're Flosstube.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Emma from
I couldn't
Beanie
remember.
Stitchery, new kid needleminder, yeah.
She was so sweet. She contacted Denise and said, I've got a couple projects that I started and I'm not feeling it. So now I feel better about the cherries because sometimes we don't always feel it.
Yep.
And she told her about these projects that she had started that she had not had the opportunity to finish, and was Denise interested? And Denise said, well, I know my cousin will be, because again, it's at 16, right?
Yes.
16 count Ada, and she had started them, and here's what this one looks like. It's in an angle, so let me...
Yeah, it's the
there we
Harvest
go.
Tiny Town.
And I am so excited to have it. Emma, thank you very much for sharing, and you got me started, so this should hopefully be an easy completion. And now that I've seen these tiny towns, I know I'm going to own quite a few of them. There was a nativity one they had this year that just blew my socks off, so I know I'm going to have that.
One.
Oh, we do? We already have it? Okay.
We're getting it.
Well, we're getting it.
Yeah.
That's in the hall.
That's in the hall. That's in the...
These bags, she sent
She
me
sent
her
the bags with her,
She was so
too.
sweet. And they have this cool little charms on it. Like this one has a haunted house and jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah. Some accoutrements.
Yes, and some skeletons. So that makes it fun. And then she sent me this one. Again, sent me the bag and everything. Sweet, sweet. The fact that everyone is so sharing and caring is amazing. Amazing. So in this one is The Witch Next Door.
By Primrose Cottage Stitches.
This is a super cool... They're all on here in angles, so I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's the way the pattern's showing, so you're fine.
And it's all kitted up. She gave me everything, including all of, I guess these would be called raindrops.
Floss drops?
Yeah, but they're shaped like
Oh,
raindrops.
yeah, like rain, yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And this is how far she had gotten on that one. So I'm looking forward to doing both of these. And of course, we'll be sharing them when we get into that wonderful fall season.
Yeah.
But thank you, Emma. I appreciate it. You're really encouraging somebody new to this to, keep going, but also understand that sometimes you just don't have a feel that day for something. And I appreciate you sharing it so much.
Yeah, and like you said, like if you don't feel like you're ever gonna get back to that basket full of cherries, that's something you could we could
pass
start
on.
past the stash.
And I encourage you to pass the stash, because it's very encouraging to those of us who really aren't up on all the patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
That was one of the things when I first started talking to Denise that was really interesting to me. She could just name these designers like this, and I'm like, I'll never know. But I'm already picking up who's who, and I can look at something and say that looks like. Another one I did of Erin Elizabeth was her Christmas one. What was that with the...
oh, you need to show that as a previous finish.
I will. I'll show that. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh my gosh.
It's all in
Believe.
Believe?
Right? No, you did the Christmas window one.
Yes.
Yes.
With everything variegated green.
Yeah.
Amazing. And that was like one of my first stitches too. And it's a very, big pattern. And I liked
Christmas
it.
morning.
Christmas morning. There, I apologize, Erin.
Yeah.
But this
it was
is
the
the
Christmas
one.
morning.
So,
oh, wait, it's showing the pattern.
Oh,
Over there on the side. Sorry, Erin.
I don't see the pattern.
It's over here.
Oh, really sorry, Erin. I'm not
Sorry
good at
about
that.
that.
I'm so sorry.
There
and
you go.
I'm hoping that it'll be just a second and nobody can
do it. But yeah, so that's the one that you had finished of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And we had done the dinky dies that was called for on that one. So we'll show that as a previous finish.
Absolutely.
Next time. Yeah.
So I got a couple comments too from people who made some suggestions.
Okay.
A lot about back stitching on my spring one where the snowmen and the snowflakes weren't showing up, about back stitching, and I'm going to listen to you guys. I'm going to add that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So thank you for that information.
To outline it, right? So that the white
then it'll
pops.
pop out, and people had suggested different colors, so I'm going to try some different shades and see what pops out without taking away from the picture.
Nice.
So I appreciate that. I also got a suggestion from Captain Stitchy Bug. which was really cute. When I was showing the pattern last week, where Denise had showed me to highlight to not lose my place, she said, I do that, but I highlight every day. I stitch in different colors.
Oh.
And I'm like, as I continue to read, it's because she counts her stitches.
Yeah.
Then she can go back and keep track of what she was doing every day. And I thought, well, that's a great idea to share with people.
How many stitches?
Yeah, if they're keeping track of that, or they want to keep track of it to see where they're at. Really great idea. So Captain Stitchy Bug, thanks for the share on that one. Love it.
Yeah.
And I need to ask a favor.
Uh-oh.
Okay, guys. So
What do we got?
This is my favor.
Okay.
So I should have shared this probably at the beginning when we were sharing what's going on with our lives. But last week, I had the wonderful opportunity. We have a state park here called Blue Springs.
Oh, yeah.
You can go there and see the manatee, all kinds of fish, wildlife. You could camp there, different things. But we went because they were having a firefly exhibition. Well, those of us who grew up north knew when we were children, you would walk outside in the summer and there was a couple weeks and there were fireflies everywhere. Well, I would be remiss in not saying we didn't put them in jars and make them into jewelry and all the things you're not supposed to do. But we did. But I have not seen fireflies, or we called them lightning bugs.
Yeah.
Where we were from in Florida. So going to this was really a unique experience. I took my mom and one set of my grandchildren were there, and my nephew's wife and his daughter we took. So we went up, and before the evening set in, they had a ranger who came out and talked to you about fireflies. And I guess in Florida there's different species all over. But anyway, the species that we have in Florida, actually their larvae live 2 years underground, eating and growing 2 years. And the reason that we don't see them in Florida is because we have St. Augustine grass, mostly. We spray the heck out of it with chemicals, so the larvae cannot survive it. And they stop coming to lay eggs in certain areas because they know it's like an instinctive thing.
How cool is that?
I was shocked. So anyway, at the state park, they don't use any chemicals.
Right.
So so after 2 years, these things turn into pupas. It's such a funny word to say. And the metamorphosis from being in the ground to all of that is about 2 or 3 weeks, and then the adults only live for 2 weeks.
Oh wow!
So it's very short. I mean, great growth span, but very short lifespan. And there are females and males, and they fly at different heights, and they light up their tails at different to attract each other, and then they lay the eggs. It's a whole circle. But I never. Yes, exactly. But I never ever thought that I would pay money to go see lightning bugs or fireflies because, like I said, when I was 10, they were abundant.
Right.
So if you still have them in your area, please go out and enjoy them. Don't put them in jars, okay? Like we did. But what I needed help with, or what I wanted to ask, I would like to do a stitch with the fireflies, lightning bugs. Not in a jar, but just flying around. And I haven't quite found one that I'm interested in doing. So if anybody has done one or seen one that they think would be really fun to do, I would love to have that opinion, that suggestion. You could send it to us. I would really like that in our comments. So I hope it's not too much to ask.
No.
But I need some help.
Awesome. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. And when you see a firefly, just know it took it 2 years to get there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah, you learn so many amazing things. But most of the time we don't slow down long enough to learn them.
Exactly. Glad you're able to do that. I'm glad you're able to get out with the family. Have fun.
It was a lot of fun. And
there's so much to see and do here that we just don't take advantage of.
It's true, and this is really close to your house. It was the night before you had surgery. That's why you didn't go with. But they had... we definitely saw manatee, some Florida gar. They're not like an alligator gar in the size and the teeth structure, but they look similar. They're just smaller. Right. Lots and lots of fish, turtles.
Gators? Oh, it's
I
turtles?
did not see any gators.
Everybody's always asking. All my friends when we're on Zooms and we're stitching, they're like, "You have gators." I sent them that picture. A friend of mine when it was on her neighbor's front porch the other day. It was just a little 2-foot gator.
We
They're like,
definitely
"No."
have gators.
Yeah.
Because across the street from my son and his wife's house, they have, like a retention pond with the fountain in the middle. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
They had 2 gators wrestling or mating.
Yeah.
The other day, my
Oh,
daughter
it's mating season.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but the kids fish at that little pond, and they're always standing down there playing. It makes me nervous. I know they're not huge, but they grow, and they
do.
probably have family members close by.
Yeah. They do every area, and I don't know if we've ever said. We said that we were from Maryland originally. We live in Florida. I don't know if we said where we were at in Florida.
That's true. We haven't.
I don't think we did. We are both just north of Orlando. I am in a little town called DeBary, which is near Deltona and DeLand. I'm in Volusia County, so kind of centralized. I am like 45 minutes away from New Smyrna, Daytona Beach, and then about an hour and a half from Tampa. And Kathy you're closer to Orlando. You're in a little city called Apopka. So
Right, we're very close, and we're about 20 minutes apart from each other. So this park was probably about 30 minutes. If you ever make it to Central Florida and you're looking for something natural to do, look at the state parks. We've got several that are pretty amazing and have some really cool things that if you're from a different area, you're not going to see.
Yeah.
I didn't see any snakes because, trust me, I would have been back in my car. So that's that.
You're so funny. Oh, cool. Any plans?
No, not really. I was supposed to go tomorrow to Universal Studios with my son and his wife, who gave me for Christmas a ticket to spend the day with them there. But it's supposed to be pretty warm, and I really, for somebody living in Florida, I don't do really well with this heat. And so it's supposed to be over 84 tomorrow and sunny.
Yeah. So you guys in like your winter, staying in, that's kind of what happens to us in Florida. When it gets hot, we kind of stay inside. We don't like to go out.
Yeah. Otherwise, my skin turns pink, and that's the end. It doesn't stay brown. It goes white, pink, and peel.
Repeat. Oh, cool. Your nephew your grandson has a football game tonight?
He does. I have another 13-year-old grandson named Jacob, and he plays flag football.
Fun.
Love to go watch him play. If you've ever met a kid who is just easygoing and a lot of fun to be around, he's one of them. Cool. So looking forward to that too. How about you? What are you going to do besides heal?
Heal. Continue to heal and rest. Tonight, my nephew got engaged, and he's having an engagement party. So we're going to go over there and have dinner with them. So I'm so excited because I haven't seen them in a few months. So I'm excited to be able to see and visit with everybody.
That'll be a lot of fun. You're taking your dad with you?
Yes, Dad and Jim and I are going to go. So
speaking of dads, you guys may have seen at the beginning a little lady come out the hallway and stand and look at us. That was my mama. She came out from sleeping this morning and just stood. She wasn't quite sure what we were doing, but I'm sure eventually she realized because she turned around and went back and laid back down.
So she did. She came in over here, so I didn't even see her. So
that's when I lost my words because I didn't know what to do.
I saw you looking. I was like, "What are you looking at?"
I should have just introduced her, but she did just wake up, and that's not very fair.
Yeah. So. Well, good. All right. Well,
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Thank you again, everybody, and please take the time to like and subscribe. We would really appreciate it.
We have to beat David.
We have to beat David, please. We can't let him beat us. So.
Yep. And in the meantime,
stay wet. Bye, everybody.